What if I told you that the most powerful manifestor in history didn't read The Secret, never used affirmations, and didn't believe the universe was here to give him what he wanted? His name was Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, philosopher, warrior, and quietly a master of creating reality, not through magic, but through discipline, perception, and alignment. Today, we unpack how this ancient Stoic became a living embodiment of manifestation, and how his wisdom can help you do the same without the fluff. Marcus Aurelius wasn't born to chase glory. He didn't hunger for power. He didn't crave applause. He was a philosopher who just happened to become emperor of the Roman Empire. At the height of his rule, he commanded over 60 million people. He led armies into brutal wars. He lost children to illness. He endured betrayal from those closest to him. And through it all, he wrote, not to the Senate, not to historians, not to win favor. He wrote to himself. His journal, never meant for publication, would later be called Meditations, a collection of raw, unfiltered reflections written at night, by lamplight, between battles, on campaign trails, in silence. These weren't grand declarations. They were reminders, anchors, small instructions to his own soul. Don't waste what's left of your life being controlled by your mindless impulses. Dig within, for within is the fountain of good. He wasn't writing as an emperor. He was writing as a man trying, daily, to stay aligned, to live by principle in a world of chaos. And that's why Meditations matters today. Because Marcus was not some removed mystic. He lived in the fire and still chose inner peace. He didn't teach manifestation in theory. He embodied it through clarity, discipline, and radical self-awareness. That journal is more than ancient wisdom. It's a manual for becoming unshakable, even when life shakes you. Today, when we hear the word manifestation, it often comes dressed in glitter, vision boards, positive affirmations, a belief that if you think it, the universe will bring it. But Marcus Aurelius didn't manifest that way. He didn't believe the world owed him anything, not love, not fortune, not peace. And yet, he shaped the course of an empire, not by magic, but by mastery. So what is manifestation without the mysticism? It's not asking. It's not wishing. It's not waiting for something outside of you to change. It's the decision to become the person who can hold the life you say you want. It's alignment between your thoughts, your values, your actions, and your energy. Manifestation isn't about controlling the world. It's about commanding the one thing that is always within reach, yourself. Marcus never lit candles to attract outcomes. He sharpened his mind to perceive clearly. He strengthened his character to withstand chaos, and he trained his heart to stay steady in uncertainty. In doing so, he didn't attract success. He became the kind of man success naturally followed. This is manifestation, not as mysticism, but as radical clarity, as self-honesty, as discipline. It's not the universe handing you what you want. It's you no longer standing in your own way. Marcus Aurelius didn't speak of the law of attraction, but every page of his journal reveals something deeper, a law of alignment. He didn't shape reality by forcing it. He shaped it by ordering himself, thought by thought, choice by choice, moment by moment. His method was not mystical. It was exacting. It was a formula, quiet, unshakable, and far more powerful than wishful thinking. His philosophy boiled down to 3 enduring principles. 1. Master your inner world. Focus your energy only where it belongs, your judgment, your actions, your reactions. Not other people, not the news, not outcomes. Just you, your thoughts and your choices. 2. Meet life as it is, not how you wish it would be. Resistance drains power. Acceptance restores it. He didn't complain about fate. He partnered with it. Not passively, but with fierce clarity. 3. Respond from principle, not pressure. No chasing, no pretending. Just action rooted in character, because the results will come and go. But your integrity is yours to keep. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This is manifestation, not as magic, but as maturity. When you stop begging the world to change and start embodying the energy you want to live in. Marcus didn't wait for alignment to arrive. He became it, and that's why reality responded. Marcus Aurelius didn't control events. He didn't control fate, other people, or even his own body, which grew weaker with age and battle. But he controlled something far more powerful, the way he perceived. It's not things that disturb us, he wrote, but our opinions about things. Modern manifestation teaches us to raise our frequency. Marcus would say, first, clear your perception. He trained himself to see the world not through fear or fantasy, but through truth. And this was his secret weapon. When others were overwhelmed, he remained rooted. When surrounded by chaos, he saw clearly, because perception, in Stoicism, is not passive. It's not what your eyes tell you. It's what your mind allows you to believe. This matters more than ever today. Your mind is a lens. If it's smudged by fear, ego, comparison, no matter what you try to manifest, you'll see only lack. But when you clean the lens, when you pause before labeling, when you stop calling moments good or bad and simply witness them, that's when your energy clears, and manifestation becomes a byproduct of presence. Marcus didn't need to visualize a better world. He taught himself to see this one with steadiness. In that stillness, new possibilities emerged. Most people try to manifest their way out of pain. They treat reality like a mistake, something to fix, escape, or bypass with positive thinking. But Marcus Aurelius understood something far more liberating. Reality is not your enemy. It's your teacher, your mirror, your test. When plagues tore through his empire, when his beloved children died, when trusted allies betrayed him, he didn't ask, "Why me?" He asked, "What now?" Not out of cold detachment, but because he understood. You can't manifest anything meaningful while you're fighting what is. Radical acceptance is not giving up. It's giving up the fantasy that life must always match your preferences. And in that surrender, you reclaim your power, because energy isn't just about feeling good. It's about feeling real. When you stop resisting what's happening, you release the friction that's blocking your alignment. Marcus accepted everything, but never passively. He turned pain into practice, adversity into alignment. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. He didn't manifest by avoiding discomfort. He walked into it with presence, clarity, and stillness. And in doing so, he became the kind of man who could shape his world, not through force, but through non-resistance. Today, we hear this phrase a lot. Become the version of you who already has the life you want. It's called identity-based manifestation, the idea that you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. But Marcus Aurelius was living this truth 18 centuries ago, without ever naming it. He didn't try to manifest peace. He practiced being the kind of man who created peace in how he responded, how he led, and how he thought. He didn't visualize freedom. He became free by mastering his reactions, his thoughts, and his ego. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be, he wrote. Be one. That's identity work. That's manifestation at the level of character. And it's more powerful than any vision board. Because reality doesn't respond to who you pretend to be. It reflects who you consistently show up as. So instead of asking, how do I attract abundance? Ask, who am I when I already feel worthy of abundance? How does that version of me act, speak, rest, and respond? Marcus did this every night in his journal. He held himself accountable not to outcomes, but to his own internal standard. And that's why his world changed. Not because he tried to manipulate fate, but because he became the kind of man fate could trust. Marcus Aurelius never set out to be followed. He didn't seek to build a brand or radiate charisma. He wasn't magnetic because he tried to be. He was magnetic because he was rooted. Rooted in principle, rooted in presence, rooted in himself. He didn't chase approval. He didn't manipulate perception. He didn't broadcast virtue. He embodied it. And that's what pulled the world toward him. Because nothing is more attractive than someone who needs nothing external to validate their inner state. This is what we're still searching for today. In a world hooked on attention and overstimulation, where manifestation is sold as a shortcut to control, Marcus offers us something quieter and infinitely more powerful: inner command. And that's why he still matters. Not because he conquered the world, but because he learned how not to be conquered by it. His life reminds us, you can feel chaos and still act from clarity. You can lose everything and still live with honor. You can stop chasing and still receive more than you imagined. Because manifestation was never about bending reality. It's about becoming the kind of person reality naturally mirrors. That is what Marcus Aurelius mastered, and that's what you're invited to master now. If this message stirred something in you, let it anchor. Don't just think about it, live it. Drop a comment below. I manifest through alignment. Let's start a new kind of conversation, one rooted in depth, in presence, in power. And if you're ready for more ancient wisdom made modern, subscribe, and I'll meet you in the next lesson. Until then, stay steady, stay sovereign, and remember, the outer world is shaped by the strength of your inner one.